and rolling.
Action. Quiet in the room, please.
There's so many great things about a Fred Olsen cruise. We've got amazing crew, great entertainment, great food. The small magical interactions with fellow guests, all the way up to doing something that was like once in a lifetime. What we wanted to do was explain that it's not just one thing that makes Fred Olsen cruise special, it's a mixture, it's like an alchemy that makes a Fred Olsen cruise so special. My name's Holly Goddard and I am the head of brand at Fred Olsen Cruise Lines. When we first started thinking about this project and the fact that we needed a new TV ad, the key thing that we wanted to do is to stand out in the market. We think Fred Olsen are very special and we've got something quite unique, and it's really hard to put your finger on that one thing that makes us special. So that was the challenge that we put to the creatives, was how can we bring to life what makes a Fred Olsen cruise so special. What we loved about the idea for this TV ad was the depth and the storytelling nature of the script. There's something quite special about bottling an emotion, and it's so magical that you have to bottle it. It was a visual that really grabbed us. It really kind of reflected the brand and the fact that our ships have got a lot of history and there's a lot of depth and storytelling throughout the vessels and throughout our brand. And so to have a TV ad that showcases seeing the world and the product and going on cruises, but also had a much richer depth and storytelling to it. So the more you watch it, the more you'll pick up on little details and little nods to the Fred Olsen brand.
I think when I first saw the concept, one thing that went through my mind is how are we going to fit all of this into a 30-seconder? My name is Jonathan and I'm the director and unusually on this one as well, the DOP. The challenge with TV is always how do you get it in, into that short window to tell a story, to get the brand across, but also to get this sense of magic. The first thought was really like, wow, how are we going to do this? And then obviously the processes that we go through, pre-vising, storyboarding it starts to form and you start to realize that this is going to be a great concept.
I think what's nice about it is because of the size of the Fred Olsen ships, there's a legitimacy to what we're saying with The Alchemist that you can kind of bring to life. I'm Nick. I'm CEO and founder of Enmatic. I worked how we would approach the shoots, integrating CGI, AI, and obviously all the kind of live action stuff, and really pull that together.
This is a really exciting project for us. We haven't had a new TV ad for 3 years, and there's been so many changes in technology. We're really excited to showcase where the brand is today, the ships that we have today, and the experience that our guests can expect on a Fred Olsen cruise.
When you have a concept like this, it's really important that you basically have to have lots of realism. So we did a shoot on the ship where we've got actors and also guests in the background. We created a really fun atmosphere and really wanted to tell that story of real places, real experiences. Okay, cut. Up there, play back.
We used a lot of the crew on Valletta within the ad, and it was really nice to get them involved. Their professionalism and passion was just fantastic, and it was a pleasure to go on Valletta to do this shoot. Everyone's really excited to be part of it and to see the results, and really proud, I think, that we were shooting the ad on Valletta.
If you can create an environment where, everyone feels respected, I think that also echoes to the guests on the ship, because at the end of the day, we were going on board people's holidays, and we had to really respect that. So, when we did the sail away, we tried to make it like the most fun they could have. And actually one lady came up to me during the sail away and said, "Today was the best day of my life," or something. And I was just like, wow, okay, fantastic.
Seeing everyone dancing, including guests and the crew, everyone, it just kind of felt really lovely. My name is Donovan Jones and I am the editor on this project. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm backing up all the cars every time they shot some sequences. I make sure it's all safe and backed up so we don't lose any footage. Whilst doing that, I'll start editing to the animatics we've created, just to make sure that everything's lining up correctly, the DOP is happy with the lighting and the colour.
It's been brilliant to work with, firstly, such a fantastic TV ad idea, but also the creative team that have helped to bring it together. Everyone's so passionate, has been so professional, everything's been so slick. Even the operation on Valletta, which it's not easy to shoot a TV ad on a real cruise with guests.
We try and create an atmosphere on the ship, or we hope we do, where everyone has a fun time, but also there's no hierarchy, there's no ego. It's super chilled and everyone's respected. I mean, for me, that's like the most important thing.
My name's Nikki and I'm a wardrobe stylist.
My name is Ben and I'm the producer.
My name is George and I'm a spark.
I'm Carl Little, I'm the AI supervisor.
I am Sam Stratton and I'm the runner today.
When our crew see this advert, I hope they feel really proud to be part of Fred Olsen Cruise Lines, and for those that are on Valletta to be proud and excited that they were part of it, whether they make the final edit or whether they just know that they were there when it was being shot.
Then we had the magical element of the project as well. So that is what you see behind us, which is the alchemist and this kind of master craftsman. We've got so many intricacies and little ornaments and all sorts of things, which basically brings the magic alive of the guy that kind of makes a Fred Olsen cruise what it is.
When I first saw the actual real life ship in a bottle, I was really impressed with the kind of the detail that has been put into the ship model, but also the kind of shape of the bottle, even the shape of the cork, the shape of the stand, every little detail we've talked about over the past few weeks, and to see it come to life and to see it in the actual studio, in the workshop, it's been fantastic, and I can't wait to see the final edit.
Building the set is always fun because you have an idea in your head of what a room or a place might look like. But then to see it come to life and then see Paul Costa, the great actor, in the room, it's like all those ingredients come together, and it's bringing that to life because it doesn't exist anywhere. It kind of only existed in here.
Seeing the studio side with all the CGI and AI that we're going to be introducing into this TV ad is really new, really exciting. It feels quite cutting edge, and yeah, this bit for me has been the most exciting part.
The production techniques involved in it. Now with AI, you can do things that actually weren't possible before, certainly not, without exploding into impossible budgets. Typically, even if you'd gone back a year, you would have done all of those things in CGI. Now, CGI is very good at giving complete precision, but it's also very labor-intensive, slower, more expensive. We'll be matching the AI, the actual camera, the speed of the film, the lenses. So there's a lot that goes into matching that with the CGI into the live action. So then when you actually watch it, you shouldn't be able to go, that's AI, that's CGI, that's live action. It should all just kind of look like it was real to begin with.
You film a ship in a bottle and you think, oh, that's just a ship in a bottle, right? Well, no, you've got to get a model, it's got to be perfect. Then when you shoot the actual ship, you've got to match the angles, you've got to do it. And because it's glass, suddenly we have reflective surfaces and mirrors essentially everywhere. So one of the things that's super challenging is all of the little elements that you have to do to try and make that feel believable. And then when you hand over to the real ship, it's got to feel like seamless. And so, yes, shoot a ship in a bottle, then pass through to the main ship. Easy, but no, actually it's loads of intricate passes and details. And we're actually using motion control where the camera is repeatable. So that's the way we can shoot lots of different elements that all come together to make that hopefully feel seamless. Okay, cut there, please. Action.
When our guests see this ad for the first time, I really hope that they instantly go, wow, to start with. And that's Fred Olsen. The creativity, the storytelling that's involved in this ad. I want people to be really proud of it.
The essence of this ad is really to kind of say anything is possible. Like a little bit of, craft, you can kind of achieve or experience anything. And I hope that comes through.
I just hope they get a really warm, fuzzy feeling, and they'll actually, makes them much more aware of Fred Olsen. And it's, it's only 30 seconds long. There's only so much you can do in 30 seconds. But I hope it will feel different to a lot of the competition, and it would just shine a slightly different light on the brand.
The Fred Olsen experience is perfect. You can travel with friends, you can wake up in a new destination, but all with the comfort of quite an intimate ship. Even when we were on the ship, it felt like you could find your own space, you could do your own thing. And I think that's really special.